Good afternoon, everybody. Remember how I've been saying for the past months now that the unemployment benefits are never gonna end? Well, once the government issues these types of, assistance programs, it's hard for the government to end them. And I believed that the unemployment would be extended. And if they were to extend it, they would either keep it at 600, they would reduce it a little bit, or they would tailor it to individual people's needs. Well, with that being said, it would take too long to tailor to each person's individual needs. So instead, what they've decided to do is that they'd be cutting the amount from 600 to 400. And I remember saying this for months because it only makes sense. And here's why. Basically, the people, I guess, this is not really winning, but I'm going to say it's winning because this is what the people wanted. The people won. The majority of people won. How? Well, majority of people in America don't even like working. Majority of people in America wait for the weekend. Majority of people in America love free stuff, feel like they've been screwed over by the employer and by the government. So none of them even like working. A lot of them don't even like the jobs that they're doing. And again, these aren't careers, these are just jobs. And again, even if you're working in a career, a lot of times people love freedom. People work their lives to buy their freedom. And now people on unemployment have more money than ever while collecting this large lump sum of money. And for 2/3 of those currently on unemployment, that is 156% more than they were ever making while at work. So why would they ever want to return back to work? Well, they don't want to. The financial gains, not having to risk your health during a global pandemic, and all the time that you have to better your life, spend time with your family that you desperately love, do all these great things in your life that you just couldn't do before, you can now do. So who wants to return back to work? And the government knows this. The government's made a big mistake. They basically grabbed the people were set up in a position to grab the government by the balls. Now I don't really know if the COVID was over exaggerated, for example, to allow the DNC to win America's votes by maybe being okay with offering handouts like this to in order of victory, because as a Republican and a conservative like Trump is, who doesn't want necessarily big government, well, that would be against everything he stands for as a Republican. So, you know, it could be that the Democrats were saying something like, "Oh, we gotta like this is a big issue. We gotta keep making this printing money for Americans." And well, now whoever's gonna win is gonna be the most socialist. Like whoever's gonna give out the most handouts wins. And naturally, that's what the left does. They just give out handouts. And I don't particularly care about politics too much. And I don't really believe one is better than the other. They're both necessary, like yin and yang. And they both have their pros and cons. I'm not here to talk about what's right or wrong. I'm just talking about what's happening. And with that being said, um, it's whoever's gonna win is gonna be the person who can buy the votes. So I don't know if Trump is willing to do that. Is he willing to give up his standards, his ethics, and go against what it means to be a Republican to buy the votes of Americans by extending the unemployment even more, as I've said they would? Is he okay with more quantitative easing, more stimulus money? Is he okay with these sort of things? I don't know. I'm pretty sure the left is, though. The left is probably okay with that, at least more than the right. None of them particularly like it, though. It's not a good thing for any of them. But when push comes to shove and they really want to remove someone like Trump, can you blame them for taking such drastic measures? Anyways, this next whoever becomes the next president is going to be whoever can buy the most votes. So, this is why I knew they're going to extend the unemployment. There's just no way that people want to return back to work. Okay, even if people, even if the CARES Act is reduced to $200 as a bonus, there were already people who exploited the unemployment benefits without the CARES Act bonus. There are always going to be people who are satisfied with no matter what amount is given with the CARES Act bonus, because again, some people are content with just the regular unemployment insurance. So with that being said, yes, the less you make the CARES Act bonus, the less people find it appealing. But there are still a lot of people who love the unemployment benefits, especially at a time like this. So it's gonna be about whoever can win the most votes, whoever can buy the votes, and this is probably opened up people's eyes. Whoever, the left or right, doesn't really matter. People can be bought out easily, and so moving forward, um, I do believe there's gonna be a hazard pay, but the reason why I do believe it's gonna be a hazard pay is just because, again, it's just another way to buy votes. So once you secure the votes of those people on unemployment, well, they're going to start pandering to the essential employees. But the thing is that don't settle for the 10,000 because the 10,000 is depreciated a lot in value, and you have to do the calculation. Like, you have to consider the time that you've lost, the months of free time that you lost, the significant bonus you received from being on unemployment benefits, and then you have to consider not risking your health and your life. Thousands of people have died as essential employees, so yeah, now that essential employees are the carrier of votes, make sure that you milk it. Milk your government dry because it's your tax dollars anyway. And you know, the people on unemployment, whether Republican or Democrat, are milking the unemployment benefits. So why can't the essential employees who have actually done anything for anyone, who've actually risked their lives, milk it? At least they've done something.